Boss told me I had to work every minute, so I included bathroom breaks, and it is crazy what happened next. Hey everyone, I've got a wild story for you. Strap in because it gets pretty insane. So, my name's Arjun, and I work for an IT company in Mumbai. Our boss, Mr. Kumar, is an absolute stickler for rules and productivity. I mean, this guy counts every second of our day like he's timing an Olympic race. One fine Monday morning, we had an all-hands meeting. Mr. Kumar, in his typical no-nonsense tone, announced a new rule. He said, "From now on, I expect each one of you to be productive every minute you're on the clock. No more wasting time." Everyone in the room exchanged nervous glances. Now, don't get me wrong, I get the whole productivity thing, but this sounded extreme. Like, what does every minute even mean? Are we not allowed to breathe between tasks? I tried to shrug it off, but my friend and colleague Priya whispered, "This is going to be a nightmare, Arjun." The first day under the new rule was brutal. Mr. Kumar kept patrolling the office, making sure nobody was slacking. I mean, I couldn't even go to the bathroom without feeling like I was committing a crime. That day, I was working on a project with Ramesh. We were deep into coding when nature called. I stood up to go to the restroom, and right then, Mr. Kumar appeared out of nowhere. "Where do you think you're going, Arjun?" he asked, his eyes narrowing. Just to the restroom, sir," I replied, trying to sound casual. He checked his watch. "Make it quick. I don't want to see any wasted time." I rushed to the bathroom, did my business in record time, and hurried back to my desk. My heart was pounding. Was this how it was going to be from now on? This was madness. Later that day, Priya and I discussed this over lunch. "This is ridiculous," she said. "How are we supposed to work efficiently if we can't even take a break without feeling guilty?" "I know," I agreed, "but we've got to find a way to cope." As the days went by, the stress started taking its toll. People were afraid to even grab a cup of tea. Productivity actually dropped because everyone was so tense. That's when I had an idea. If Mr. Kumar wanted us to work every minute, then every minute it would be, including bathroom breaks. The next morning, I went to Mr. Kumar's office. "Sir, can I have a word?" He looked up from his laptop. "What is it, Arjun?" "I wanted to discuss the new rule. You said we need to be productive every minute, right?" He nodded, suspicion creeping into his eyes. "Yes, that's correct." "Well, I've been thinking. Even when we go to the bathroom, we can take our work with us. You know, reply to emails on our phones or review documents." Mr. Kumar raised an eyebrow. "And how do you propose we ensure productivity during such breaks?" I pulled out my phone. "We can log our time on this app, detailing exactly what we did during each break." He seemed intrigued. That's not a bad idea. Implement it." I walked out of his office, my heart racing. This was going to be interesting. Next week, I started logging every minute, even during bathroom breaks. I'd go to the restroom with my phone, replying to emails and reviewing documents. I wasn't the only one. Soon, everyone was doing it. At first, Mr. Kumar was pleased. He saw the time logs and thought his rule was working. But soon, cracks began to show. People were getting sick. I mean, really sick. Ramesh had a severe case of gastritis because he was so stressed about not taking proper breaks. Priya developed a migraine that lasted for days. The atmosphere in the office became toxic. People were either in the restroom working or at their desks, afraid to move. The whole place felt like a pressure cooker ready to explode. One day, I saw Mr. Kumar looking around the office, and for the first time, he seemed worried. He called another all-hands meeting. "This can't continue," he said. "I see that my rule has had some unintended consequences." No shit, Sherlock, I thought. "I'm revoking the rule effective immediately. Take your breaks as needed, but let's maintain our productivity sensibly." There was a collective sigh of relief. Finally, we could breathe again. The days following the rule revocation were like night and day. People were happier, productivity increased, and the overall vibe of the office improved. Mr. Kumar, though, had a lot of damage control to do. One afternoon, he called me into his office. Arjun, I wanted to thank you for bringing the issues to light. I see now that my approach was flawed. I nodded, feeling a mix of satisfaction and relief. I'm glad we could resolve it, sir. As I left his office, I couldn't help but chuckle at the absurdity of the whole situation. Who knew that taking bathroom breaks would turn into a revolution at work? And that, my friends, is the story of how a ridiculous rule turned our office upside down and taught our boss a valuable lesson about work-life balance. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you have any crazy work stories, I'd love to hear them in the comments.